Whoa, wicked.
Hey everyone, Rosbowski here, and welcome back to some more Five Nights at Freddy's 3 information and speculation. And yet again, on ScottGames.com, we have some more spine-tingling information, this time in regards to the timeline of the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 game. Now, this is the best part. If you go to ScottGames.com, be prepared to be wowed here. Well, it's not really that fascinating, but it is pretty damn good. If we go and right-click on the website itself, just below where it says offline or to the sides, we can have this little menu up here. We want to view a page source. When we go to page source, we get a lovely little box here pop up, and what we want to do is look at the top here, and you've got Scott Games, and you've got keywords. In the keywords content, you've got Five Nights at Freddy's, 30 years later, only one. So there you go, guys. It looks like Freddy Fazbear is going to be coming back 30 years later. Now, we can kind of establish from 30 years later that roughly Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria was around before 1987 because of the bite of 87. So one would assume, with all the speculation going around, that Freddy Fazbear's or the same pizza chain was around in, say, 1985, 30 years from then, if my maths is correct, would take us to 2015. Which looks like Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is going to be in 2015, or set in 2015, whether it means the release date is going to be 2015, or that the actual game itself is going to be set in 2015. If you ask me, that is pretty damn good. That's exactly what I wanted. In yesterday's video, I talked about how I would like either the very, very beginning of the whole Freddy Fazbear chain, or the very end, maybe a modern setting for it, and think of the animatronics, then think of how the updated the software would be in them, how realistic they would look, how amazing, they could move so much better. Maybe it will be a full, you'll actually see them moving, maybe the robots will be fully animated. That is one thing that really, really gets my jimmies rustled, the fact that they're going to be just upgraded to shit. And there's no hiding from them. I don't know how we're going to trick them. I don't know how we're going to hide from them, because if you looked at the technology in 1987 and when Five Nights at Freddy's was set in around about 90s, the technology then was pretty damn good. I mean, they already had recognition software in them, so they could identify children and adults, and they could attack the adults and just stuff them inside the suits and stuff. So they obviously can upgrade the software. So what the hell is Scott planning with these robots? But it looks absolutely fantastic. The fact that it's going to be set 30 years later, so I'm suspecting it's going to be 2015, or it might be 30 years later after the bite of 1987, which would be set in 2017. But I think the previous is more likely, and perhaps this is going to be the last game. Now, I'm saying this because it says 30 years later, comma, only one. Now, this brings up many different things. It could be, this is the final game, only one more game, which I think isn't too likely, considering the fast turnaround between 1 and 2, and then potentially between 2 and 3. I reckon people will want more of a storyline. There's lots of gaps in the whole Five Nights at Freddy's universe that need to be filled up still. There's lots of information, like the purple guy, the marionette, what's happening there, how these robots are even come to life. We obviously know that we've speculated that the marionette / the puppet master, has given life, but how is it given life? How is it given life to these things? I would like stuff like that cleared up, which would be awesome. So it's less likely that there is only going to be one game. The other suggestion for only one is that there's only going to be one animatronic left around. Now, who could that be? Could it be Freddy Fazbear himself? Because, I mean, he is the lead. He is the poster boy of Five Nights at Freddy's, the whole franchise, the whole pizzeria restaurant. He's in the title. It is all about Freddy. So, is he going to be the only animatronic? Or perhaps it will be the puppet master, the marionette, and maybe that only he has survived some way and gone to another restaurant that they've opened up, and then the same thing is going to happen again. Going to revive robots, maybe build an animatronic army, who knows? Or perhaps my final suggestion is that there's only one restaurant left. There's one Freddy Fazbear chain left. Well, not chain, but one restaurant left in the chain, and somebody has opened up in 2015, not really knowing the history. Maybe they've got a cheap bargain on the restaurant or the chain name because of all the shit that's gone on, murders and kids and stuff. You're not going to be wanting to, you can't really revive a dead chain like that. So maybe they bought it on the cheap, trying to just bring the restaurant back to life, and maybe the restaurant owner has maybe stirred up some things that shouldn't have been stirred up, you know what I mean? Maybe Fazbear, the Freddy Fazbear and the gang will come back to life and start doing what they did because they were left in peace before they'd completed their mission. The mission was done, whatever that was, whether it was just to drive people out, to save the children, or just because they wanted to kill. There's nobody around, there's nobody to kill, so they will shut down. But only one restaurant left. Somebody comes in, opens the door, and oh shit breaks loose, and the robots start killing again. But that's just my 2 cents on the things. 30 years later definitely suggests that it's going to be set in 2015 onwards, or that's what it's looking like anyway. And the only one that's the more thing. I would like to think it was only one restaurant left. I think that would be quite a good thing to do. So there's only one murderous restaurant going around. No. There's another little bit of something that's pretty damn interesting. So remember when you got the offline message before on Scott's website? Well, somebody, because all the stuff was going around on the internet, people were screenshotting the offline page. They were going into Paint and they were just using the Paint bucket. However, somebody else come up with another image, and it's just going to be in front of you now. There you go. You've got the 3 above the offline, and down below, underneath it, you've got 30 years later, only one left, as we've just seen in the source code. But on the right-hand side, the bottom right, it says, they're watching us. They're watching us. Now, this could be a couple of things. This could be that the robots, the animatronics, are watching us. If the whole theory behind the only one restaurant left is true, then maybe they are watching us, waiting for somebody to open this chain up again so they can feed their bloodlust. Or simply put, it could just be Scott and any moderators that he's got on the website. That's all it could be, because he's bound to have read the Reddit page or gone onto the Five Nights at Freddy 2 Greenlight page on Steam, and somebody's going to have told him that we're all speculating about the 3 on the website, and he's added these extra things in. He's added the source code in. He knows that we've checked that out now, and it would be quite a cool little joke if he was just like, they're watching us, and it could literally just be the moderators and Scott just saying, we know you're checking this shit out. We know you're checking this shit out, which would actually be pretty good. But it does sound more likely that it's going to be the animatronics are watching us, the Puppet Master and Freddy and the gang. So we'll just have to see. Let me just check my little bit of paper left. I think I've covered everything. Yep. Looks like it. Either way, guys, I'm absolutely fucking hyped for this game. I love all the little tidbits that people are finding out. It just shows the active community around Five Nights at Freddy's is, everybody wants to get all this information and share it around, which is pretty damn cool. You can also the fact that Scott and his team and his moderators, whoever he's working with, is just loving this. It's just absolutely loving this. The fact they're adding stuff onto the website, taking the stuff off again, re-adding it, because I mean the big 3's back, but as of this video, the 30 years later, only one left, they're watching us, that isn't there anymore. I've seen a picture going around with what looks like the ghost. The black shaded out Bonnie was down in the bottom right hand corner as well. It's all crazy. It's all crazy, but it's good to see that Scott is interacting in his own sneaky little way with the Five Nights at Freddy's audience. So that is good. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of these theories, and let me know some of your theories of your own. Maybe you've heard something that I haven't mentioned in today's video that would be interesting to discuss with everybody else in the comment section below. But if you enjoyed today's video, then hit that like button. It really, really is appreciated. Every time we get a new bit of information, it really, really tickles my balls in a sensational way, if you know what I mean. Five Nights at Freddy's is coming back for the 3rd iteration, and it's gonna be shit hot, man. It's gonna be good. Oh, yes. It's gonna be good. I want to see. I really don't want there to be only one robot. I want Bonnie. I want Chica. I want Foxy. I want Freddy. I want the marionette. I want the whole gang back. Less robots, but just upgraded. And I mean super upgraded. Give them lasers. I don't care. But I want to. What I want to see is the moving around. This is. We're talking about the 21st century here. We want to see these robots physically moving around. You've seen the videos on YouTube of the the scientists that have built robots that can actually move and look pretty good and can learn and stuff. Imagine the robots could learn. Imagine there is well, obviously it's computer programming and there's only a limited amount of things you could do. But imagine it picked up. Imagine the robots picked up on your tactic, and you couldn't continue that on. If you know what I mean, that would be really awesome, because so far, beating the two games, there is a certain tactic that you can use that is the quote best, but I would like to see that kind of shaken up a little bit, if you know what I mean, because that would be pretty damn good. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get you out of here. I've got some more Five Nights at Freddy's research to do, and some Pokemon to play, and all of that shit. Maybe have a shit, something like that. Either way, I've been Razbowski, you've been the beautiful bastards as always for watching, and I love each and every single one of you. Goodbye!